threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Cox. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to find Jamison Williams, but it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense, and this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Cox. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Jamison Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Oilers have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his 2nd start in the NFL.
Throwing on 1st down. Klaus. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Troy Anderson in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
Breaks through the contact. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Pass complete there to Nakula. So he stopped for no gain, and that will bring up second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Now Carlson for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game...
Taking it right down Broadway. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Right back to him on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. When you look at this defense, this unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass, because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Kraus. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw again. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Oilers go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and it's now 21-7. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Packers offense set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Kraus. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Kraus. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On 1st down, Kraus, and he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Kraus. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
To throw on third down. Kraus. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with OK.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. To throw on second down. Kraus bulldozes past him and able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Kraus. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. But Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a third person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Cox. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. Incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Off play action. Cox. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Cox now. Off play action. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Looking to throw on second down. Kraus. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
The throw over the middle, taken in. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on second and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded at the 20. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Another run for Gibbs here. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here comes third and about a foot. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They go play action here on first down. 20, 10. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Touchdown! Quez Watkins from 3 yards out. And the Oilers add 6 to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Carlson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Here's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Kraus. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston set to take over. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1. Just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that because so many times you go into the half after playing well and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Cox to throw on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Off the play fake. Cox. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Houston. Jamison Williams, 49 yards. And the Oilers are on their way to a 2-0 start. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing to start the drive. Krause under pressure, and down he goes. Nolan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off play action. Krause nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
Do you want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kirkpatrick.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Kirkpatrick. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down, Kirkpatrick. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw again. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with